Hi, peeps. I have been doing some thinking and had an insight that I wanted to share with you. It's about the idea of shame. Um, the most, the biggest thing I've learned from 20 years in therapy is that you can feel shame and it won't kill you. So many of us hide our shame and push it down and try and do everything we can to eradicate it when really what we just need to do is feel it. So I know that it's kind of an unfamiliar concept to a lot of us, and I thought I would just unpack how I know when when I'm feeling shame, and it is likely to come out differently. So I just watched a amazing show on Netflix called Disclosure about media representations of trans people, and this is something I feel quite strongly about, and I learned so much watching this documentary about the real experiences of disclosure, but I also learned a lot about shame. Part of what this documentary did was break down a lot of media representations of trans people we've seen over the years, and a lot of them, of course, were framed as funny moments in films. Now, the one that really kicked me in the guts was Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, which I kind of went off Jim Carrey after that movie, and I've never really been able to pin it down until I was watching this amazing analysis of, the scene where at the end with the disclosure of the trans person in the story and Jim Carrey vomiting and scrubbing his mouth and plunging and all of that stuff. Now, the first time I saw that movie, I laughed my guts out because everyone else in the room was laughing, and that's what you're meant to do, right? Um, I watched that documentary today sitting next to my beautiful trans girlfriend while seeing it back to back with a lot of other horrible representations, and I felt shame. Um, and I felt it. What it felt like in that moment was a hot flush coming up in my chest and my neck, and I didn't try and escape it and avoid it because I live with this stuff now. Um, in the past, I probably wouldn't have reacted the way I did today, and that's what learning to live with your shame can teach you. So, for myself in the past, shame has come up, and instead of acknowledging my culpability in things, I've lashed out in anger. I've become sad. I've used whatever tools I've needed to get away from that shame and to take it out of my body and put it somewhere else. Oh God, I took a lot of drugs trying to escape from shame. Shame doesn't kill you. If you can come face to face with that feeling of responsibility for something that you've thought or felt or done that you don't have empathy for, the act of sitting with that teaches you to be softer on yourself. If you feel shame about something, that's because the little fairy in your head is saying this isn't okay. And if you kick that shame away and turn it into anger or rage or lust or whatever else you turn it into, or drugs, what you're going to do is enforce that shame, reinforce it, reinforce it, reinforce it. Feel it, let it happen, and just commit to do it differently in the future. And you can live through your shame. In the last 48 hours, I found out that someone I've known for a very long time has started therapy. And I said to them, that's the best investment we can make in ourselves. It's therapy. It's time for you. And I can't talk about this without, again, saying I am incredibly privileged to have been bulk billed by my psychiatrist for 20 years. I wish everyone could have the kind of therapy for free that I have. But you don't need 20 years of therapy to sit with shame. You just need to see that it won't kill you and that there's something better on the other side. Oh, so much better. All right, thanks, peeps. Bye.